Well, it says
That's
that
a
whenever
weird
it
voice.
comes in.
Loud.
Alright. So, looking at all this stuff, it's saying, blow, so-and-so join the recording. Okay, so it's keeping track of this shit. Okay. Okay, so that's there. That's doing its job. Let me get FaceTime open. Oh, sorry, it's not FaceTime. It's QuickTime Player I'm looking for. File, new screen recording. Yes. Click record. And that's going to start. Okay, so here we are. We are testing this. We're going to see if this works. And if it don't, it don't. If it do, it do. Great. Okay, so here we are doing a first little Pathfinder episode. I'm just doing this for fun. I don't really give a shit if anyone watches this or not. So this is just for me and my own personal enjoyment. And here we are. So we're playing Pathfinder First Edition. We would have played Second Edition if it wasn't just a number crunchy hell. I've heard Pathfinder Second Edition has a lot of good stuff to it, but we're not doing that. We're playing First Edition because a lot of us have played D&D 3E. Got a couple veterans here, and I am starving for mechanics. But I don't want a game that's going to be number crunchy and it's going to be that's going to take a day and a half to play. All right. So establishing the stuff. This is going to be a game that's going to play more like an immersive sim than a traditional game. If you go into this game expecting combat to fly like we've been playing in D&D 5e4, that's going to get you killed. A lot of these enemies are going to be specifically designed to kill you. I will be filling with some stat blocks later off in the game, in the game, but I'm sticking with the Pathfinder bestiary at the moment. And then when we start getting into boss fights, you start encountering enemies that I at least try to design myself. If they have something that is unfair, that may or may not be intentional, that might be a happy accident, but you will not win most of these fights by normal means. So what I want you guys to do is come up with as creative as possible, but be as creative as possible with your problem solving.
Alrighty.
And it turns out that Pathfinder, the entire compendium for First Edition is up on Roll20, but it comes with no pictures. So every enemy we fight is going to have a unique token. So when we fight multiple of the same enemy, that is me making more tokens for it. So if we fight a skeleton, for example, that's going to be me having multiple different skulls for each different skeleton that we fight.
That's cool.
Yeah, and also nice. This game is going to be a little messy because this is my first go around with Pathfinder. So part of this immersive sim design is also me not choking on the mechanics. All right,
you guys ready to TPK in round one?
TPK in round one. We're going with the Warhammer approach.
Apparently.
I don't want to know what the file size is going to be when we're done with this.
Oh, it's going to be huge.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive fucking file, and it's going to slow down my computer. It's going to be a nightmare to upload each one of these.
Yeah. Hope you have an external hard drive.
or a flash drive at the very least.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to delete an episode the minute I'm done recording it. So, there's 4 of us right now. Kyle is our 5th guy. He's not here at the moment because he's graduating. Dick's out for him. So, when he comes back, you'll find him in the setting. And we have 4 people here. We have Ham, we have Ryan, we have Shaun, and we have Meepian. So, going down the line, we're going to introduce your characters in a minute. I want to give you a little bit of I want to give you some lore about the world that we're in right now. Amorphous Space is a setting I play with my Friday group, but this is your first time meeting it. This is all made by me. I'm already stammering. This is made by me. And all of it, Kyle does have some input on it, but majority of this is me. So, the world itself, this is 7,000 years prior to the events of my Friday game. So all the stuff that happens in Friday, this game won't affect it unless my players return to this planet Interia and intentionally dig around and try finding stuff that you guys did 7,000 years ago, if any records of what you did still exist. So if you want to be remembered, you're going to have to go with some crazy ideas. The world itself, Interia is my planet of humans, elves, and dwarves with some halflings. The halflings in the setting being half human, half dwarf. That's where halfling comes from. And a bunch of other fancy creatures existed too. Orcs, goblins, kobolds, the works. But they're not around in the Friday game, and this is the story as to why. Interia was a normal planet for many years, many centuries, millennia. The elves and the dwarves created two great societies. The elves, with their ingenuity and natural intelligence, created a kingdom that was built to last forever. You look at the kingdom, it is surrounded by a great wall that took 2,000 years to build. It is impenetrable, it is enchanted with magic, it is defended with every elf that is conscripted for a garrison, and these elves are very patriotic. There is no shortage of volunteers. These guys are everywhere. It is nigh impossible to invade the elvish kingdom. The dwarves, on the other hand, there used to be dragons on this planet. They're not anymore. We don't know as characters where those dragons went. The dwarves took everything that the dragons left behind and made a civilization out of it. They're all in their mountains. They're all safe. They have all created a kingdom that's just as hard to invade as the elves. They have a lot of dragon technology that's given them some edges too. Humans, not doing all that well. Humanity has tried to create an empire that's on par with the elves and the dwarves, but constant infighting, constant strife, constant wars, disagreements, different big men rising and falling. Humanity hasn't been able to form any long-lasting kingdom. Castles will rise and fall within the span of a few decades. Kings are constantly changing, countries are constantly changing names, and no human culture has an exact identity or anything. This is why we have half elves and half orcs, because the weakness of humanity, they haven't been able to keep a border, they haven't been able to keep any lines. So you have elves and dwarves and orcs are just walking into their land that really isn't their land anymore. They lost the border, and intermingling with the local population and creating the half-breeds. This has been going on for all of human history. Humans are constantly stuck in a Bronze Age that's teetering on becoming the Iron Age, but nobody can get their shit together long enough to create a long-lasting empire. This was until the opening of the Event Horizon. Above the skies of Interia, off in wild space, the elf astronomers observed something. A hole opened in space for a total of 4 seconds. It closed without warning, and from within the event horizon, a single rock started falling towards Interia. That rock took 5 months before it finally breached the surface of Interia, burning on impact, smashing into the planet's crust, creating a shockwave that rattled the planet. Several races went extinct just from the impact. Out of that meteor came the demons, an army that neither elves or dwarves were prepared for. And these interlopers, these technically alien demons, started conquering the entire planet. Within weeks, the entirety of Interia was on the brink of complete collapse. The elves have been pushed into their cities behind their wall that they're no longer confident in the protection of. The dwarves have been pushed to the peaks of their mountains and are waiting for the demons to close in and kill them. Every human kingdom has fallen. There is no standing human government. And all the other races, from halfling to orc to goblin, are going extinct. If you see an orc or a goblin, that is the last one. There are no more left alive. So, the setting that we are in is the Mire of Salt. This used to be a kingdom the name of that kingdom no longer matters because nobody is left alive to give you the name of that kingdom. Everyone is dead. Yes, I did make this an RPG Maker, in case you're wondering what this is. So, what used to be a lush, deciduous forest has turned into a desert. The demons of the Mire of Salt created a curse that caused salt to rain from the sky. Anything that salt touched, it was immediately destroyed. Skin, plants, animals, wood immediately turned to salt. That salt then blew in the wind and made contact with everything else. Within a day, the entire kingdom was dead and turned into arid land. Wind has blown across the land, and a small little citadel for the demons has formed. The only thing left to even prove that there was a civilization here to begin with are the stone structures. We have 4 landmarks here that, yes, the reason they're on this map is because you will be visiting them at some point, are all that remain of this kingdom. There also is this mountain here that wasn't volcanic in the past, but it's volcanic now. As for where we are at the moment, using, let's see, do you want Jekyllstein to be your party token, our party marker? You're a quick oatmeal guy. Let me get something better for you. All right. So you are currently in here. What used to be the river basin of this kingdom, it has dried up. All the water within this river has been absorbed by the salt, and now there is a river no more. So, for whatever reason, you guys are here. And to give you one more detail about this land, the goal of this campaign. This spire here, within the middle of this former kingdom, there is a single black tower that's jutting out of the ground. It is called a demon spike. This is not unique to this land. There are other demon spikes around the planet, clearly made by the demons. They just started jutting out of the earth the minute the event horizon opened, the meteor collided with the earth, and then the spikes started rising down the ground. They are everywhere. Nobody has been inside of one and has been able to tell the tale. This is your goal. You are to find a way to get into this spire and figure out something to do with it. We don't know what it is. We have no information about this. The goal is just to find out what this is and if it can help you or not. Now, we introduce characters. So we'll be building a little bit of backstory as you're going along, explain your character, because none of you guys sent me backstories about anything.
Oh, well, mine's in the bio info.
So
I told you mine when I got into call.
Alright, so we begin with Telah, who is played by Ham.
All right. So, if anyone sees this, looks like a young halfling boy, probably between the ages of 10 to 12, walking alone in this riverbed, wearing our most distinguishable thing would be a white sheet, or like white cloak pulled up, and then under it, more purplish color robes, with a very odd sort of mace/walking stick, seemingly having a conversation with themselves about the outsiders, God only knows what. Do you want to go into backstory now, or just like appearances?
We can go into backstory now, piece by piece. Start at the beginning.
Well, beginning for Telah has nothing to actually do with them. While back in probably either this kingdom or some before it, there was a temple of people that, well, being desperate to avoid the upcoming apocalypse or find some sort of solace in it, thought they could hitch a ride on a comet. And the process didn't go exactly as they planned. Instead, Telah kind of popped out of it. Go into more a little bit later.
Yeah, that comment that you thought was going to be your salvation, that proved to be the harbinger of the apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as you know, you're the last remaining person. You're the last remaining member of your cult. You're the lone carrier of this religion.
Oh yes,
As-
no.
You were saying something else?
Oh no. Yeah. We'll get into it later with what exactly happened to the rest of the cult.
And somebody is posting something down here. I was thinking that too, Shaun. Heaven's Gate.
Where do you think I got the name?
Yes.
The next level above humanity.
Heaven's Gate did nothing wrong.
So, Telah, explain to us, why are you after the demon spike?
Well, all of these voices in Telah's head, they kind of tell him to go in this direction. It's been a while since they've had any sort of focus, but everything inside their head agrees that this is the right direction to go.
So, Telah, looking at your inventory, see, finding out what kind of stuff you have, playing around with your sheet. Okay, your items, additional gear. You being the cultist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, I want you to add a few things to your inventory. We're going to start you off with 3 items.
All right.
So, your cult, would you exactly say it's good or evil aligned?
Well, they thought they were good, but I'll let you go decide from that statement alone. They're harmful, but mostly to themselves.
So, harmful but only to yourselves. Alright, this being a suicide cult, we're gonna add a proficiency instead of an item for this one.
All right.
So, on your sheet, I want you to add proficiency in religion
And do.
and arcana.
Alrighty.
See. And Inky's class, not revealing it quite yet, you want to be naughty and pick something that wasn't in the player's handbook.
Yes.
Alright, so the kind of creatures you're summoning are not exactly good aligned creatures.
Yeah, yes, in some capacity. Some could say it's... Well, technically how Summoner works, it lets you choose if it's a celestial or, essentially if it's good or evil aligned. So, in that case, I'd probably say it would either lean toward evil, but good for some of them, maybe.
And I want you to note somewhere on your sheet, you have advantage when it comes to knowledge about necromancy.
Alrighty.
Yeah. See. And would you bring a certain type of item with you as you're heading for the demon spike?
Think whatever Telah had on themselves, they would bring. But, yeah, maybe, or... I think maybe the only thing they would have is... I'm thinking of mundane gear.
See.
Can't really... Nothing pops to mind.
See. Mundane gear. Okay, so thinking about what else we can give you. Mundane gear. Let's add something on top of that.
Okay.
Let's give you a potion of blindness.
Alright.
So the way that will work is that the minute that makes contact with either your lips or your eyes, it will make you blind.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So you have a little item for that, little use item, and there you go. Next on our list, 1 Brad Buck.
Yes, Brad Bach. He is a not that anyone could tell because of his mask, but he is a half-orc beast. Not an actual beast, but he's a monk. He prowls the streets at night and fights crime.
So
It's roughly 6'1". He weighs about 250 pounds. His backstory was that when he was younger, he had a wife and child, and they passed. Some great thought went into this.
Yeah, he told me a little bit about this. So this guy, unless Meepian is going to surprise me with let me look at Sangudo. No, you're not going to surprise me. So this is the only green skin left alive on the planet. Brad Bach, you are the last of your kind, and you're not even your kind anymore. You're a half orc. So by this time, all the orcs have been genocided. Every single one of them has been killed by demons. If you die, there goes the last memory of any orc, period.
Yep.
So looking at this, your hit point modifier, you've got something a little bit more to lose. Let's add 2 hit points to your maximum.
Oh, okay. How do I do it? Do I just change the number?
Yeah, I'll just change the number.
Gotcha. Change
Alright.
it to what?
You say the max and your current, just change both of them to 12.
Oh, 12. Okay.
And your attitude toward being the last orc, how do you feel about that?
Well, he wasn't for some time, and now he is again. He's a little grumbled, which is why he's also wearing his mask. He doesn't want many people to know, in case they, I don't know, try to finish it.
So mark this on your sheet somewhere in your additional gear. That mask you're wearing, as long as you're wearing that mask, you have 1 added to your wisdom saves. Oh, sorry, it's a will save in Pathfinder.
Gotcha.
So just a little +1 to it. And why are you heading for the demon spike?
Power to bring justice to criminals.
To bring justice to criminals. And do you want to bring anything extra with you?
I mean, he'd prepare for the journey, but
So
that's about
thinking
it.
about preparing for a journey. Food is going to be an option in this game. We're going to give you the food. We're going to give you 5 rations.
Gotcha.
Congratulations with how many people are in your party. That's going to last you 1 day.
Exactly.
All right. Moving on from Brad Bach. Sangudo the Easterling. Already in character.
Yeah, Sangudo is the crime. He is a scruffy, greasy-looking dude, just shy of 6 feet tall, kind of lanky. He perpetually needs a shave. And it's not like he's grown a proper beard either. It's just rough.
He's got kind of like a really greasy, sleazy Snake Plissken.
Yeah, Snake Plissken, that's a perfect example.
So, Sangudo the Easterling, anything you've done in your life before this moment?
Many things which you would probably not want to discuss in polite society.
Yeah. See, you being a rogue, what exactly was your racket? Thievery?
Sure.
Like
That's fine.
pickpocketing, grand theft, heists, racketeering, fraud?
Yes.
See, all of the above.
Yeah, he's kind of an opportunist.
And your reason for going to the Demon Spike?
Don't know.
You just open your eyes and all of a sudden you're in the middle of a sea of sand and salt.
Probably he's on the run from something.
Yep. Probably whatever humans are still alive and are trying to kill him, or just demons, period. After all, these guys have proven, the demons have proven that you can't fight them one-on-one. They're going to kill you. So with
Yeah.
your stuff giving you 3 bonuses, with the kind of racket you ran in your life as a thief, looking at your skills, you already have a lot of skills. Let's give you 1 more. So looking at all you've got, let's give you proficiency in... I'm torn between 2 of these. Give you proficiency in survival.
That's probably a handy thing to have.
Did you work alone or did you work with anyone else?
Probably worked with an assortment of partners that he has screwed over, and therefore is not on good terms with.
They've worked in a group before. Alright, 1 more skill proficiency. Let's add something onto this. We are going to... You already have engineering. I can think of something. Proficiency in... I wish there was a leadership stat, because that was what was coming to my mind. This guy's been reading nothing but Kindred of the East for all day. Let's give you knowledge about nobility. So knowledge, nobility, you're proficient in that. And did you want to bring anything with you in particular as you were traveling to the Mire of Salt?
Water. That sounds like something.
We are going to give you 3 of those.
Yeah.
Oh
boy.
3 bottles of water, so we'll be going to you to drink. Alright. And finally, we have... let me reorganize that. 1... Do you want it to be Josef or Josef? Josef O'Wolland.
So, Joseph looks pretty much like his picture. Dark hair, light blue eyes, fairly attractive, very stoic. Speaks in a sort of monotone fashion. Donned in armor, carrying a bastard sword in the tradition of Kellenvor, and also holding on to Kellenvor's holy symbol, the scales and skeletal
Now you see
hand.
something interesting. Who is Kellenvor in this setting? After all, this is a Forgotten Realms god, and this is my setting. Introducing to you guys now, there are no clerics on Interia. It's replaced with a different class, the Messiah. Shaun, if you have not named your character class the Messiah, change it to Messiah right now. Mechanically, it's the exact same as cleric. But what this is that some people on Interia embody or model themselves after one key element, philosophy, or concept, or abstract thought so thoroughly that it begins to give them powers. They begin to become the personified version of what they believe in. Kellenvor was the first to do this. He is the guy who mastered the boundaries of life and death. He could raise the dead, he could kill with a touch. The perfect yin and yang embodied in one being. Kellenvor was an elf in this setting. He is part of the Elvish Pantheon, even though there's only 2 gods on Interia, but don't worry too much about that. They'll come up when they come up. Kellenvor, we don't know if he's alive or dead in this setting. Josef, you are one of his disciples. You know Kellenvor's teachings. You have modeled yourself after him. You're trying to reach the same level as him. That probably won't happen in this campaign, but you're trying.
Correct. As far as his backstory goes, he has dealt with an inordinate amount of strife in his life. Lost everyone who was close to him, which triggered a lot of regret and remorse and hatred until he came upon the teachings of Kellenbor, and after which he kind of relinquished himself to stoicism, kind of modeled after you would think like Siddhartha Gautama, like he had to give away all his possessions and to achieve nirvana. It's a similar kind of process with him, and now he kind of lives his life as a stoic messiah who travels around, not only imparting his teachings of life and death and justice and law and the balance, but also imparting it to whoever will listen, but also to actually putting it into practice.
And
He doesn't fear death. He doesn't wish for death. He just understands it's a natural occurrence within
Gotcha.
life.
so, would you say you are a militant cleric?
Yes.
We are going to give you
Somewhat.
a little fun ability. So, where
Okay.
should we put this? In, I want to say, additional. Let's put this in the feats section. So, we're going to give you something fun. I don't think we have a fighter. No, I don't think Kyle's going to play a fighter. I think he's going to stick with Bard. A terrible decision, really, but I think he's going to stick with that. We are going to give you Action Surge. You can't level this up. So,
okay.
once prolonged rest, you can take an additional action.
Cool.
On top of that, were you a member of a church, or did you just worship Kelvor in your own way?
I wouldn't imagine churches would be something easy to come by in this setting. So I would think that he probably found some texts regarding Kellenbor, and then went on kind of a pilgrimage to find out everything he currently knows.
So, add to your inventory, we are going to give you... You already have paper. Turn that quantity from 1 to 10.
Cool.
Let's see what kind of solutions that you can come up with. Paper.
I could kill a man with my thumb.
And lastly, what kind of item do you want to take with you as you travel to Demon Spike?
Well, I know I have my bastard sword and my holy symbol, as of a small buckler as well.
Your small buckler, so mostly militant equipment.
Yeah, he has. What else did I give him? Yeah, that'd be pretty much it. He'd probably have like water too, and other like basics.
So we're going to add something to this, since I think you're going to be the most militant in. You're going to be the closest we're going to get to our frontliner. Your sword. Make it silver.
Ooh.
And with that done, before we begin, this is a world of terrible trauma and grimdarkness. Everyone roll a D100. Behold, as the character flaws begin to form. Because this is a world of endless pain, you have all found different means of seething and coping within the grim darkness. Going down the line. Meepian, give Sangudo this flaw.
Yes.
Kleptomania. Yeah.
Oh, he already has that.
Yeah. He already has that. We're going to make it so that you have to do a will save to resist grabbing an item.
Where do I find flaws? These character sheets aren't exactly.
But traits
Yeah.
is where I would put it.
Traits.
Yeah, those are under feats on the sheet where it has your
Yes.
like items.
Okay. Gear.
All right.
Traits. Okay.
There we go. Brad Bach, your issue. Alcoholism. If you're tempted with alcohol, you're going to take it. You have to make a will save to resist drinking. You're currently going through withdrawal during the events of the campaign.
Gotcha.
So, fuck. I know your name. Telah. Your issue. Identity disorder. Over the course of the campaign, you have a voice in the back of your head that's trying to get you to adopt different mannerisms, slowly change your personality, and become someone new over the course of the game. So,
That is very fitting
so-
for what she is.
so
They
early
are.
symptoms of dissociative identity disorder.
Alrighty.
And Josef Woland, your issue. Paranoia. Josef Woland, it has become difficult for you to sleep. There is a chance you're going to wake up in the middle of the night. If you don't get a full sleep, it will give you a level of exhaustion. Well, actually, it's probably not paranoia in that case. It's more like insomnia. Now, let's make it insomnia
Yeah.
instead.
That'd probably fit better with his character anyway.
And then when Kyle shows up, we will have him roll from the same table.
What would you say my condition is? I know you said withdrawal, but there's no
Withdrawal,
option for that.
namely, you're just constantly craving alcohol. That's something that's going through your mind. You need something like that to calm you down.
Would you say sicken?
Don't have it affect your rolls. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, it's more like temptation in the face of being offered alcohol. So, when we put the succubus in the game, that's going to be a big issue for you.
Quick question: what does exhaustion do in this game?
Exhaustion. Ham, would you like to explain it?
There's actually a really easy way to do it. Do you see where it has conditions at the top of your page?
Yes.
Yeah, if you click there, it should have exhausted, but I think it lowers... What is it? Yeah, it lowers strength and dex.
Yes.
That's cool.
By-
The conditions thing is actually kind of nice.
Yeah. I didn't realize they had invisible under this. I really am happy I found that.
The invisible
Huh.
button.
Yeah, that's really cool.
They're
Huh.
buff too. That's nice.
So, how you begin the game. Also, we will not be using the music bot for this. As it turns out, Craig is going to record everything that plays in this chat. This includes the rhythm bot at 100% volume that it can't change.
Does that also include like us muting ourselves? and
Muting
whatnot?
yourself, yeah, it won't record you if you mute yourself.
Okay.
So, like,
Well, I meant the noise that happens when you mute yourself. So, like, if I were to click this, there's like
No,
a
I can't hear
audible
that.
noise that. Oh, okay, so it just
Yes.
hears what it hears.
everything that comes through, like me turning green, is able to hear that.
Gotcha.
So we can't play any music because it's going to record all of that, and then we have to shout at the top of our lungs over the music. And on top of it, I'm going to get content ID'd if I do that. But I definitely don't care about that. I'm not going to make any AdSense off this channel. I don't want to turn this into a career. But it's annoying when you have your entire video muted because somebody claims it. Okay, so here we are, the map that is causing my entire game to lag. Okay. Current time, it is 11 at night. You are all at this aisle, and you're going to determine the order that you come in. So, 1d4. Ham, predict a coin toss, heads or tails.
Heads.
It is tails. The first person to come into this cave is Brad Bach. Brad, you are
Yes.
you are here.
Yep. Let me just move my character sheet.
So,
Gotcha.
Brad Bach, you have entered. Oh, let's blow up that token. Okay, there it is. You have entered this cave. You are in the middle of the mire of salt. You've been traveling for a day. You have found out that this island is completely teeming with demons. We call it an island because, the salt. You can't touch it. You found this cave shelter, and the plan is to stay here until daylight when hopefully you have a better chance of avoiding demons. Pro tip for this game, never travel at night. That is going to get you killed.
Gotcha.
Right. And
I just need to find a place where I can hold
yes,
up, right?
Sangudo, call it coin toss, heads or tails.
Heads.
It is heads. Sangudo's in this cave already. Sangudo's right there. The grid is just off a little bit. Just off a teeny tiny bit.
Yeah.
So, Sangudo, you are already in this cave. You've come to the same conclusion as Brad Bach. This island is completely covered in demons. You have ran, you've hidden here, and this is as far as you've traveled. To the best of your knowledge, there are no monsters in this cave. So,
Okay.
in regards of this, no, you can't see my arrow at all, can you? In regards of this direction and that direction, there's no demons. We haven't checked the rest of this cave, though. And first roll of the game. Sangudo, you're a rogue. You should be good at this. All right,
What sort
the
of roll,
roll
sorry?
is going to be perception. Brad Bach, are you trying to be stealthy? See, any stealth coming from Brad? Because if he does want to roll stealth, he's got to beat a 22.
Were there any signs of anyone else entering this cave?
Well, now we're going to make
around this
Sangudo
time?
roll stealth.
Or this side?
An 11. All right.
Probably.
So, in that case, Brad, roll perception. You have not seen any signs of anyone else in this cave.
Then I know that it's rough
Yes.
out there, right? Now, if I don't see any signs, I'm
Right.
not going to do it.
All right, so no signs at all.
Oh, demons fly.
Sangudo, you have heard someone else enter the cave.
Yeah, no, he's not.
I will quietly cock my crossbow.
Brad Bach, the map is yours to move.
I can't
What?
move my token.
What? That should be fixed.
There we go.
I'll make that your default. You select a token. Save changes.
As I get to the stairs here, I am gonna cautiously enter. So he's gonna check the room, see if there's monsters or demons in here. If not, then he's just gonna walk in.
Sangudo, you see a very large man in an iron mask step into this cavern.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue to hide for the moment.
As far as you know, Sangudo, roll a knowledge check. A knowledge check in question, I need to hold shift when I double click your token. The knowledge to be planes.
Planes.
Out of all the demons you've seen on this mire, none of them have worn masks. This is probably somebody normal.
Hey, friend. Maybe a little slow on that ladder, eh?
Who goes there? He's gonna ready like his baton.
Who indeed goes there?
As Brad, you're looking around. Who has dark vision? I'm pretty sure Brock does.
Brock does 60 feet.
Yeah, I do
So,
not.
yes, Sangudo, you see the outline of him. You see a little bit of, just a teeny tiny bit of light coming off of his helmet. So you can tell where his head is, but not the rest of his body. And Brad, you can see the tip of a crossbow pointed at you.
Immediately gonna back up to this corner. I'm just looking for shelter for the night. Not looking for any trouble.
You know, it's been so long since I've seen a person and not a demon. I'm inclined to share my cave with you.
He's gonna show you that he's gonna step out and show. Assuming that you can see him, he's gonna show that he's putting away his weapons.
Okay, I can probably see you well enough to see that you're putting away a
Yeah.
club or something.
Yeah.
So Sangudo will release the tension in his crossbow then.
For you, this looks like the black silhouette of a man as he's stepping in here.
Okay.
When'd you enter this cave?
I've been here a couple of hours. I spotted it when I also spotted some demons.
I don't mean to intrude on your privacy. I'll head this way.
As he is heading this way, you hear someone else enters the scene. Telah, you enter the cave.
Telah probably very lazily rolls into this cave. Probably has. Wait. Because it is a cantrip in this version of the game. Looks around with some detect magic to make sure there's no weirdness going on as she
And behold, the
as they
spells
enter.
become infinitely more useful.
Yeah.
Detect magic. Currently, no. There is no magic in this cave.
Seeing that, how she'd expect demons to kind of cause more issues like that they could see like that would stroll into the cave. Also, do not seem to have control of my token. Yeah, that's weird.
Okay.
Like what? I can just drag and drop onto. There we go. Here's one I can move.
Sangudo, you might want to do the same with your token.
Sure, I can move mine.
Well, this is bizarre.
Fine.
All right. Telah, are you trying to be stealthy?
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, they'll be a little
you roll
stealthy.
stealth against the perception of Sangudo and Brad. There's two of them. Which is the movable one? Which one is not?
You need me to roll something?
I can now control it. That's weird. I'm confused. That is bizarre.
Abigail beat a 12. We do not beat a 12. We have no idea this elf is in the cave.
Yeah, or half elf. Telah kind of looks down, looking around very tentatively as they make their way.
You hear the heavy footsteps of a hork.
I was like, kind of stiffens up. Is there someone in this cave that is not a demon?
It's very popular today.
This is my cave. I might require a toll.
I'm sorry, we do not have a toll on us. It's been a while since we've seen a town. And the voice is most definitely like almost a child talking.
Yeah, they live for a very long time.
Yeah.
What's a child wandering about in this wasteland?
Oh, we're not a child. Well, we kind of are, but it's a long story. Why is there a man in a mask and another man in this cave? What brings you to the mire?
Shelter for the night? At least for this cave.
Telah nods. If it is all right, we would like to stay here too.
That's
Oh,
not up to me.
yes. As chief cave owner, I guess I'm extending my hospitality to all non-demons.
Oh, that is good. We're not a demon. And if there's any spoiled food, we can make it edible again as compensation.
Shaun, roll D20. Alright. So, you hear somebody booking it into this cave. Roland, you may enter through the same entrance.
Alright.
Roland, you are being chased. You did not get a clear look at what is chasing you, but you run into this cave. With that 20, you put some fair distance between you and whatever was chasing you.
Alright. I am not able to put my token on the page.
Alright, let me drag
for
it
some
out.
reason.
There it is.
And now I can't control it.
Modifying that.
Oh boy, glad this is happening on session.
There we go.
We aren't catching these fuck-ups early.
Alright. Alright, we're good. I'd probably start booking it further into the cave if I'm running from someone.
This is all three of you. You hear Josef Roland immediately run in right past you.
Hello. Someone's chasing me. You might want to move out of the way.
I'm gonna duck down and hide behind my Brock here.
Same. I'm gonna hide right here.
Yeah. Telah will step back to here.
I would probably also try to hide somewhere around here.
Alright. As you run in, Sangudo, roll. I gotta make sure it's an actual stat you can roll. Well, the handy dandy insight skill is gone. So I suppose instead.
The closest is
What
go
were you
ahead.
going to say should be rolled instead?
I've used perception because it's similar, but like, yeah, that's the closest I can think
I was
of
gonna
off
say
the top of
diplomacy.
my head.
Sense
Oh yeah,
motive.
that's true. Sense motive too.
All right. Well, sense motive on Sangudo. Sensing the motive. So going behind you, Sangudo, we are aware of the succubus. You have seen those kill people. From the way that Josef is moving, you can smell sweat on his body. He's not a succubus. Succubi don't sweat.
Okay.
So we know he's real.
Groovy.
And Josef Roland, I want you to roll something. Roll Escape Artist. We still don't know what was chasing you. You can't tell the size of the creature that was after you.
Okay. I'd probably still hunker down here and wait.
So as the four of you are waiting, you start hearing something enter the cave. You hear what sounds like shambling footsteps coming through that entrance that all of you have been using. One creature enters the cavern. Yeah.
He ain't pretty.
Starts moving and shuffling. All of you roll perception. I'm waiting for the fourth one to go off.
And perception.
Even with a +2. Alright. The only one who can tell this is Telah. Who, well, thanks to you keep spawning at the stair entrance. I don't know what's going on with that. On my screen, at least. Telah, a chill shoots up your spine. You hear those same shambling footsteps coming from behind you. And from 3 other points in the cave, you can hear those same footsteps. Whatever chased this half-elf into this cave, it came in a group.
Telah speaks up. I think we're being surrounded.
1, 2, 3, 4. Number 2. Number 3. And number 4. And as these creatures enter, roll initiative.
Where is the initiative button?
Yeah, good question. I think I found it.
Yeah, it's
Oh, just below hit points.
Yep.
I see.
Yep.
Now the question is, will I be able to find out an NPC sheet?
It
Same, it's in the middle.
It is INT on the
Alright, so it's the
NPC
same
sheet.
as the
Do you
D&D
want
stuff
us
we've
to
been
roll
using for years.
stealth?
Yeah, literally the NPC sheets are almost identical
Yeah.
to 5e's.
Do you want us to roll
Jeez.
stealth? Since we're all hiding
Stealth, yeah,
from
go
it?
ahead and make your stealth rolls. Let's make the furthest one away from you be the one that holds the group initiative. Yeah, this is why I meant every single enemy we fight is going to have a unique token.
That's really good.
Somehow Sangudo is more hidden,
Yes.
and I'm behind him.
Rogues, man.
Fucking rogues.
Well, this is unprofessional of me. I'm having trouble finding the INT button. I found it. I found intelligence.
It's right next to senses
See,
on
I
the
see
NPC
it.
sheets.
Quick question, because I didn't ask this before, but is this a PG setting or?
PG. You want to know if you can have a kid watch this? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't want to be swearing if I'm not allowed.
Oh no! This is Grimdark. This is Grimdark, dude.
Okay. All right.
I don't give a shit about age
recording and all-
restriction
just
or
wanted to know.
monetization.
Gotcha.
I don't
Yeah.
think I could do it anyway. I'd have to bow out.
I tried.
We've
but I don't
all
think I
been bought
could.
by
I've
Disney.
tried
We're
not
gonna
swearing for like a month.
we're not even going to be Critical Role where we have the ability to let some of our hair down. No, it's all going to be stuff that you can only see on TV.
I'm about to have my first kid, and it is an actual concern of mine.
All right. Sangudo, you're hidden. You hear Telah say that you're slowly being surrounded. This is not good. Sangudo, this is an arch. You can enter this portion of the cave. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Let me
good
put a
to
little
know.
indicator for that. Yeah, you'll put a little stupid arrow right here. There you go.
Okay. At the moment, I'm just looking to stay low and wait for my chance to sneak attack somebody.
As we know, sneak attack is very finicky to use in Pathfinder.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Holding an action to attack. Brad Buck, your move.
Let's see. I'm going to. Can I? Is it possible to throw this baton, or is it just
You
like
can
a
throw
normal
it.
club?
It's not going to deal much of any damage,
Oh,
but you can throw it.
Okay. Then I'm gonna pull it out and hold
All right.
my action.
Well, I think we spoiled what kind of creature this is. So it is rolling off the Dompier stat block, but it's not going to have all the stuff the Dompier has. So, shambling around. 1, 2, nope. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them hold their actions to attack. Telah, your move.
All right. Telah is going to do the one thing that this build can do. They stick out their hand, and a little, roughly medium-sized thing pops out of it from behind them. Wait, no, I don't want to put Telah. But they use the first of their Summon Monster ability.
Summon monster, there it is.
Because this is, yep, Summon Monster 1. Because of the Archetype, this is literally all she can do. Oh, this is the stupidest build I've made in a while. I was like, how can I play a Necromancer at level 1? It's like, yeah, you can play Sorcerer. You're not a Necromancer, but you get some of the stuff. So yeah, Telah uses her action to summon this thing, and essentially have it go behind them to block the path. Yep. Everyone also can see, or actually Brad Brock would be the only one who can see, that where the kind of sheet ends, there's a pair of kind of bloody skeleton feet. Because I'm using the bloody skeleton stat block.
Just thinking about that, if you guys read Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, do any of you remember that picture of what looks like the bloody feet coming out the chimney? Yeah, I'm thinking of that right now when you said that.
Yep.
I love those illustrations, man. They've stayed with me till this day.
All right.
But yes. And on its turn, because it does its turn after Telah's, they haven't moved to this section of the tunnel and stop. And that is their turn.
Josef Roland, your move.
Okay. I think I'd still hold my action to wait and see if we get any closer.
All right. Up around. Nothing happens. Sangudo, your move.
I'm going to continue to wait for my shot.
All right. Put a little X on that to know that that's not your sheet. It keeps appearing. I have no control over that. All right. Still holding a shot. Brad Bach, your move.
For some reason, I can move
Yeah.
those two
Yeah,
tokens.
yeah. I gave everyone access to all sheets because I didn't know who was claiming what sheet at a time. Yeah, it's going to change
Oh, okay.
eventually.
If nothing's coming through, he's a little concerned about this, so he's gonna switch over to this side and see what happens.
Move over. Thankfully, this ghost will protect me.
Well, he doesn't know that.
These spooky bloody feet. Well, we know this isn't a demon because it's clearly already dead.
Yeah. He doesn't like the fact that it appeared behind him.
Alright. Somebody's sending me a message. Ah, it's from a different server. Okay, never mind. Alright. Vampires on the move. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. No! Stealth. Oh, he's gotta see if he knows that you're there. He knows that you're there! 20, 25, 30. He starts heading your way.
Crap.
As this thing starts running your way, you see it's smart. It reaches for its hip and it draws a sword as it starts running towards you.
Since I was holding an action, can I actually
Yes, and
react to
Sangudo
this?
if you want to do so too. It sees
Okay.
Roland, it doesn't see you.
So I could, in fact,
Yes.
sneak attack this thing. Let's do it. And he's within 30 feet, so I can... I've got my... whatchamacallit?
Yes.
Point blank shot
Power.
going on. Okay, where is... Okay.
Crossbow, light. A beautiful one piercing damage.
Awesome. But that is a sneak attack, so I will roll an additional d6.
Well, this is where I would say you dealt damage. Actually, no, you did deal damage.
Yay!
Alright, so he goes from having that many hit points to this many. Oh yeah, the combat's gonna take way longer in Pathfinder. I'm just realizing how much little damage everything does. Shaun, you're doing
For
an
now.
average of 40 damage in Dungeon to Mad Mage, and now we're playing this.
It'll be a nice change. Alright. I'll move up twice. I will take a shot with the... Actually, before I do anything, is there anything I could roll to discern what their
See.
alignment might be? Or would I know?
I want to say you can make multiple rolls in this case. I would roll Knowledge Planes
Okay.
and Knowledge Religion.
Okay, I would choose, I guess, religion over planes.
This is the conditioning of Vampire the Masquerade. I want to roll multiple checks now.
I know.
Well, you can also roll planes. Yeah.
Okay, I can also roll planes.
Alright. So clearly this is extraplanar. This is a fiend. We can't come up with a specific alignment type. We know it's evil. We don't know what kind of evil.
That's what I need to know, because I have a spell for chaotic beings. Okay. Alright, I will make an attack.
For anyone who's watching, if anyone's watching this, no, I don't consider checks to be an action.
Is it undead?
Well,
Or
you
is it
think it's
a
undead.
fiend?
No, it's a fiend.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I think it's undead, then I'll probably just
You know wormish corruption when you see it.
attack.
Well, that doesn't hit. As you
Oh.
slash into it, you find out that white skin, that's actually a carapace. You see where it's like blackness underneath the whiteness, that's the actual vulnerable flesh.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so they have sort of like a hard
So
shell.
you swing, you see some of it crack and splinter off of it, but now it's still standing, coming at you with the sword.
I'd probably yell that back to Sangudo and say, they seem to have some sort of hard shell
Aim
on
for
them.
the eyes specifically. Right? That's all the Dampiers. Telah, your move.
Alright. On Telah's turn. Second verse, same as the first. Summon monster. Because it's not concentration with this edition. It's stupid. Meet the Goon Squad.
I like this better than Conjure
Telah-
Animals, though.
Yeah, it's
It at least makes you like wait a turn before you have
Before I
a freaking
summon those
army with
8
you.
hornets to kill you.
Yeah, no, literally it's like this, and the next turn, or once the spell levels up, I get a 1d3 of
Yay.
these guys. And that is it. It's not a viable build, but it's fucking funny. Yeah. So Telah uses hers to summon it, sends one to this tunnel to check to make sure nothing's coming, and then this one will use the full movement to go to there. And that will
Can
be
this thing roll
Telah's
perception?
turn. Technically, yes. But yeah, it's just like a flat.
Let's just see what I can do. Well, I'll just roll. 12. I'm gonna say yes, you can see this thing coming your way.
Alright.
Alright, Josef Roland. Now knowing that this enemy has a carapace, what do you do?
Now knowing that it has carapace and I am next to it, I am going to try to specifically touch it in one of its eyes and inflict
Poke its
wounds.
eyes out. Now we get to
Yes.
play with armor classes.
So I will inflict light wounds.
Alright, so inflict light wounds. Oh no, this is a save. Okay.
Yes.
So it's Shocking Grasp is the spell I'm thinking of. So he's gotta make he's gotta make a will save. And there is no dedicated will save button, so I guess we are just no, there is.
Yep.
He just
there
passed
should
the
be
save.
3.
So it's half, I believe.
Half damage, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Alright,
Yeah.
and what damage type is this?
It is.
I think this is
I don't know.
necrotic.
Yeah, negative energy, so necrotic.
Oh, we can't call it necrotic, we gotta call it negative energy. Alright, so he takes half that damage. Well, you kill one of his eyes. He's now blind in his left eye. You see it just glaze over white as you stab him in the eye with your finger.
Cool.
Alright. Top it around. Sangudo, your move.
I'm going to shoot the same dude. I don't
Sure.
get the stack, unfortunately, but
Right. Oh!
I've got rapid reload, so...
Well, I don't do crit fails.
Oh, man.
No, that
Oh,
is a
good.
crit fail, but I'm not going to have you shoot Wolin, for example.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's a shot and a miss. Your arrow flies into the ceiling.
I swear. As only Sangudo the Easterling can swear. It is quite vile.
Aimed a little too high. Alright. I keep wanting to say cutting action, but no, this isn't 5e. Alright. A brat buck, your move. I'm just getting a little hairy. Did Ryan say who's... Oh, no, there's me.
Well, it would be better if
Yes.
I didn't mute myself. Seeing as they're walking away, I guess I'm going to take up the position over here. And wait for
Alright,
this guy.
You have dark vision. You can see
to
him.
me. Yes. He's an ugly motherfucker.
See.
That's for sure.
So, walking along. Going to the line. This guy has to know if he can see or not. Petitioner. He can see the petitioner. 5,
Alrighty.
10, 15, 20. He's going to run over here. He's going to draw a sword. He's going to raise the sword. He's going to stab. 15.
Alright. That is a miss
See-
on the partition.
Yep.
By one.
His blade goes through the sheet, but between the ribs. Thank goodness for a lack of flesh. The one in front of Roland.
Yeah.
He's going to draw his blade. He's going to try to stab you with it. I just clicked it. Where is it? There it is. 18. Well, I'm pretty sure that hits you. Yep.
I think so.
I'll stabs you in the
Where's AC?
chest for 3 damage.
Okay.
All right. Go down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Yeah, their turn. Telah, your move, and all of your ghosts.
Alright. On Telah's turn, they're gonna get into this cave. And yeah. Look around, see essentially roll a check to know if there's any particular like knowledge planes or knowledge what did you say? Knowledge planes or knowledge arcana to see if she knows anything
Planes of
about
religion.
these creatures. I'll do
Planes. All right. So nothing in terms of religion. Planes. This is a fiend. Once again, you are aware this is not undead. This is a fiend.
alrighty. In that case, not gonna do another not one of those. Yeah, she is going to ready an action with her weapon in case one of them approaches her. Then these two. This boy will attack the thing in front of him with his 2 claws.
15. The 17 hits.
All right.
A
4
lovely
slashing.
4 slashing damage.
And this one. Yeah, let's send it up in this direction. 30 feet. All right. That is those
All right.
two's turn.
Yes, of Volant, you've got a Revenant in your face. No, not Revenant. Not quite Dampier in your face.
Okay. I'm going to aim for the other eye, but this time the bastard sword.
Stab you through the head. There's a Game of Thrones reference in here somewhere.
Probably.
Type in Game of Thrones stab through eye. Ah!
Oof. That is a
It is
bad
terrible.
roll.
As you go for a swing, you're a little over
All right.
ambitious as you end up swinging over it. Once again, this creature's smart. It sways backwards and you swing over its head.
I guess that's my
Uh,
turn.
Well, these demons gotta be smart for Sangudo. Your move.
I'm going to continue to shoot at that guy on the north
Alright.
there.
20. That hits. And that kills.
Yay! Yay!
As you hit him in the eye, as he's leaning up back from that missed sword swing, you shoot him as he's raising his head. And you end up piercing through the eye and he falls onto his back. So,
Alrighty, the only thing Sangudo has to say is, eh.
the way this creature dies, the carapace stays in place. You see all the skin and organs, everything else turns to black ooze as it seeps out of the carapace, leaving the carapace and the skeleton behind.
Okay.
All right. Brad Bach, your move.
Seeing as this guy has now attacked or has gotten close, I'm assuming this guy is a friend. He's gonna get all up in his shit, and he is just gonna attack. Is it a bonus? There's no bonus action, right?
No,
Yeah.
it's called free action.
Reaction. And how does Fury of Blows work? I make an attack and that follows through, or
Yeah.
I use an.
If I'm seeing this right, Ham, it's the unarmed strike first, then the fury blows. So
Yes.
yeah, it's just the 1-2 punch.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's a miss.
15 to hit. All right. And
Fury blows. All 3 miss.
maybe Fury of Blows already has it part of it.
I don't.
Like what
I can't remember how it programs like vanilla.
It's saying it's a -1 and a -2. We're going to go off attack 1. In that case.
All right.
So swing and a miss. As you're trying to hit this guy, he sees you coming his way. He sways back and forth as both of your punches miss. Dhampir's move. This Dhampir is dead, and he's staying dead. This Dhampir is going to go for the easier target. Want to make sure that summon dies. 10, that's going to miss. That wouldn't even hit you, Brock.
That one's all the way up there.
Yeah. So this one down here. So he misses. The one in front of you misses. This guy is. One of them died.
Okay.
They are not aware. They are not aware that one of them is dead. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Moving that way. All right, Telah, your move.
All right. On Telah's turn. Gonna go up to here. Continue looking around, realizing I forgot to program in a ranged weapon because they should have a crossbow. I just realized that's part of the starting equipment for Summoner, and I didn't put it in. So I'm gonna say she just holds her action with her mace in case someone comes to attack him, and then the 2 ghosts turn. So Petitioner 1 attacking.
Yeah, it's going to miss.
That. And then Petitioner 2 goes up here. Finally sees something and runs for this one to attack.
See, 16 hits.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
6 damage. And that is Telah's
This
turn.
guy's got 3 eyes. He's easier to hit. All right. Josef, well, thankfully he's dead, so we can move on to whoever else is in this cave.
I will probably go and try to join the fracas down there. I don't think I would be aware of anything else.
4, 5.
Ah,
Do we have Sacred Flame? Is that a spell that exists on your sheet?
it is not.
I love how situational the cleric spell list is in this game.
I don't believe there are any. If I remember correctly, there weren't really any like horizons that are
Yep.
damage
I
dealing.
don't think so either.
Yeah, I think there's the only cantrips that come to mind that cause damage are like Acid Splash for 3. Or
Yeah,
1d3.
we're just not worth it.
Chip damage.
I believe.
This is where that creative problem solving comes into play.
Yeah. I will grant guidance on what's his face?
Well, we rolled a D100 and we
Yeah,
rolled
Brad.
less than 30.
Oh,
Yep.
Jesus.
A Pathfinder, no, a Warhammer spell snuck its way into this game. Yep.
Pretty much.
Right. So we try to guide him. Oh, that ping. So we try to guide him. Josef, you struggle to think of something to say. So, top of the round. Sangudo. Let's see. I don't want this to be perception, so to speak, since this is more spiritual. Roll sense motive. So, Sangudo, something nasty is approaching this cave.
So not something that's already here, but something else.
Something else has followed these creatures, and is going to be in this cave in 2 turns.
Okay. As I move over to here, I say, my friends, we need to get out of here. Something wicked this way comes. And I'm going to shoot the dampier at the base of the stairs there.
You got the first kill. Let's see if you get the second. You will not.
Not with a 10.
It flies past. You find that hitting the right side of someone's face is a very difficult target. All right. Brad Bach, your move.
Should I just click Fury Blows, or should I just do Gauntlet?
Fury
and
Blows is taking away
Blows
a point from your attack roll, so just click Gauntlet and then Fury.
I think that's just normally what happens with Fury Blows.
Yeah, I think that is.
According to what I read from Monk.
Yeah.
Right, so probably, yeah, just click Fury Blows if you want to do that.
Alright. I didn't realize they...
Yep.
Oh, Jesus
So we're not getting
Christ.
anywhere with this. What are you rolling? That was a 9 and a... I see what it's doing. Your second roll,
14.
it doesn't even roll for that. It just adds 5 to whatever you rolled before. Just looking at your last attack roll. No, it didn't even do that. It rolled for both of these. What is going on with this? I'm going to say just don't click Fury of Blows at all, dude. Just click Gauntlet twice. Yeah,
I mean, I can do that.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
minus
Yes,
one
yeah,
from both.
some weirdness going on with this. Okay. This is better. All right.
So an 18 and
Alright.
a 7.
Not
So it
like
takes
this.
5 bludgeoning.
Yeah, it did roll a 14, but it's still subtracting something. You don't have a negative strength modifier, so yeah, so just click Gauntlet twice. 19 hits, 5 damage. Yeah, I'm just going to
Yeah.
satisfy. I'm just going to come to the conclusion with that Fury Blows, but I just don't like it, so just go with Gauntlet.
Yeah, that's from the monk in my game. We do
Right.
something similar.
There we go. Well, something's got to glitch out whenever you play a new game. All right.
True.
This is where I long for the days where I have my monk and I can just shadow step away. So, still trying to kill this guy because he looks deadlier. You punched him, but he's dealt more damage overall. So we're still going to try to kill that freaking ghost. Nah, now I'm rolling poorly.
Yep. Again, the bloody skeleton under the sheet is
Oh, that.
the MVP right now.
Well, that's 2 misses. This guy also misses. This guy moves 5, 10, 15, 20. Moves. They have their turn. Telah, your move.
Hearing that there was something bigger in this cave and the suggestion to escape, Telah will go in this general area. Oh wait, I actually realized why I knew Acid Splash caused damage.
What is that?
It's because I have it. I wondered. I was like, oh yeah, no, Acid Splash can be like it's situational. So yeah, I'm gonna try to Acid Splash the ghost.
Especially the ghost. So that is a small orb. Damage 2. It must succeed on a ranged touch attack.
Wait, it should be an attack
Where's
roll.
the attack roll?
Oh yeah. Let me do range touch. And
Right, because you got to do the individual bits and pieces. Well, that's not going to hit anything.
yeah, I doubt that even hits its touch AC.
Yes, it flies right over its head and spirals on these stairs.
All right. For one round, there is acid on the stairs that does whatever it does to the stairs. And then
now
Telah.
the whole cave is filled with a ripe citrus smell. Oh, and because you made a smell, we're going to leave a token
here.
there.
All right. And then Petitioner. Yeah. That one does nothing. And then the one in the back.
Smaller. There's that.
That one in the back actually crit. That was... what the fuck are up with
well,
these
that
ghosts?
killed it.
Also, how this spell works, Telah doesn't know what just happened back there. I have no senses through these things. It's like... It's not... Like I said, this is a weird build. But yeah, it's gonna go there, and then the general order Telah gave it was to go deeper into the cave, so it'll go to here. Because yeah,
Right.
5. And that is what she can do.
So that's what you can do. Josef Roland, your move. Shaun, you did not mute yourself, did you? Did you?
Did I mute myself?
Right.
I think I did. Can we move through spaces, or
Oh, well,
do I have
this
to
is
go
a
around
ghost.
this
You
guy?
can do. Yeah, of course you can walk right past him. Yeah.
I just mean in general, because I mean I could go around him. I have to move.
You know
to
the
go
way I
around
run
him
my
anyway.
games is that you can move through the same space as someone. You just can't end your turn there.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if it was different.
That always annoys me
Okay.
in any tabletop game.
Gotcha. All right, I will take another shot at the bastard sword. If I can get to the right screen.
It's
Jesus,
like,
these rolls.
this is my experience with Warhammer all over again. So,
I
yeah,
can't roll
but
anything.
as well as you've just been rolling low.
Yeah,
Alright, so as
the
you
whole
try to
game.
strike him, once again, very specific weakness. Sangudo went up everyone. You feel an evil presence begin to come towards this cave.
Okay. So where is another way out of here?
So these little thin walls right here, these are little arches. You can go underneath these.
Okay.
You can, of course, try hiding.
Well, I do like to hide. There's another one of those things. Okay. Do I think it's coming from
Little escape artist.
the escape artist? Okay.
Northeast entrance.
The northeast entrance. So the closer entrance is one we
Yes.
could get out of. Okay, so I'm gonna try and shoot that critter again, because it's kind of in our way.
Yep, and it hits. But it doesn't quite kill it yet.
Okay.
So he's like a spit away from death. We just need to land another attack on him. Alright. Brad Bach, your move. And somebody's muted again.
Ha! Ha! All according to plan. He's gonna give it the old one too, specifically going for the head.
Aim for the head. Punch him in the face.
Where's my sheet? Where's my sheet?
He's got a big hand of which to point a big fist into a big face. That hits. That kills.
Jesus. Then,
Yeah.
the first one hits.
It kills.
It kills. Oh.
And he's dead. Be mindful not to step in the acid.
Yeah. He's gonna take a step back.
Alright.
Alright.
Zope. Turn goes by. Dampier. One of them died. He still doesn't know. 5, 10. Spots the ghost. 15. Immediately ring over. Taking that
Alrighty.
rapier. Going for a stab. Oh, that's crit.
Ghost is wait. How does Deathless work? Because it technically has that. When reduced to burned. Oh yeah, no, that's our useless for summons. Yeah, that kills the ghost.
Kills the ghost.
I can just delete it. Like 50 of these. I can make as many as I'd like. Well, I can make 9 per day.
Ghost has been busted.
There we go. Alright, so upon killing that, let's see. He knows that there's other creatures in the cave. He's still going to stay here. Telah, your move.
Alright. Seeing no one following him, she will go this way. And look to the party. Are we leaving through the way we came in? Asking whoever can hear her or hear it. Yeah.
Is Sangudo the only one who knows right now that something is coming and the other entrance is the
you all
best
feel
way
it.
out?
Yeah.
Oh, we all do. Oh, okay. Yes, I believe it's probably best to leave before anything worse comes along.
A little nod. In that case.
You said it was almost nighttime.
It is 11 o'clock at night, yes.
We don't want to be outside at night.
Risky business.
It is.
Maybe we find a place to hold up, hide.
Hiding cave? And Telah will nod and walk. Go to there and ready up acid splash if anything comes this way, and tells this ghost slow it down.
All right. Slow it on down. Josef Walland, your move.
So are we staying or are we going? Because if we're staying, then I guess we should hold
Go.
up.
Should I stay or should I go now?
Go.
Okay. All the convincing I needed, and I'll head
If
towards
you go,
the
there
door.
will be trouble. If you stay, there will be just as much. All right, roll acrobatics. All right, that's a crit success. You do not get the smell of acid on your shoes.
Oh, the acid loses its potency at
Yeah,
the
the
end
acid
of
is
Telah's turn.
the acid is gone, but the
Technically.
smell is there.
Okay.
You have a minus 40 or acrobatics?
Somebody dumped dexterity.
That is-
Yeah,
I would call you insane if this were 5e.
It's not.
Oh,
So, looking at what we've got, did somebody just... No, nobody did. So, top of the round, we find out what has been approaching. Hello, Shadow Demon. So, he enters. He uses his action to enter initiative. He's not going to move yet. We don't know what he is. The presence has entered the cave. Oh, that's a 28. Holy fuck, this thing's stats. Can we just admire that initiative roll for a second?
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's get the fuck out of this cave, guys.
That modifier for stuff is huge.
Yeah, the Pathfinder snowballs with the dice rolls. You start out dealing 6 damage, and by end game, like, I wonder if it'll let me do this. It should.
Basically, Path of Righteous. Wrath of the Righteous.
Yeah, where stuff like, will it let me actually drag and drop this as a player?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, it won't.
Infinitely glitching.
They have some demon lords in the bestiary. So, like, the, say, Dagon for existence. What is his? His blight is a plus 48 to hit.
And remind me...
Which in 5e is
Remind me how much Lolt's hit modifier is on our sheet.
It's nowhere close.
Okay, well, given that this guy has a plus 20 on his perception check. So the acid special.
Yep.
He smells that. All right. Sangudo, your move.
Okay. 10, 15. Does going up the stairs cost
No.
more movement?
All right, roll acrobatics.
Okay.
All right, you jump over the stairs where the acid splashed.
Okay, groovy.
The infinitely appearing token. Back again.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that one.
That was just appeared at the end of the
Keeps returning. It's like a
cave.
there it is.
That's
All
so
right.
weird.
Brad Buck, your move. Somebody wants to use dancing
Sorry, I
lights.
didn't mean to click that.
Uh,
Did not mean to click that.
I guess we're all
Yeah.
going up the stairs.
Acrobatic.
He's gonna say, "I think this is a really bad idea."
If you go, there will be trouble. If you stay, there will be just as much trouble. Somebody gets a smell of
Jesus.
acid on their shoes.
Oh, great.
All right. Dampier looking for enemies using his full movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Telah, your move.
All right. You said we're able to feel the like evil presence from
Yeah,
this
big
direction.
damn demon just entered.
She doesn't know what kind of demon it is, however, but yeah, he'll still use this. Where on their turn, because of essentially one of the half-elf talents I chose, can do this once per day and cast Dancing Lights. Which yeah. Creates 4 lights that resemble lanterns or torches and cast the amount of light, or 4 glowing spheres that look like will-o-wisps. The lights must stay within a 10-foot radius in relation to each other, but the lights can move up to 100 feet per round. And they end once I leave the spell's range. But Telah summons up the dancing lights and says she's able to feel it. Tells them to go to essentially down like one of these corridors and just go off into the distance and move
Gotcha.
around. So essentially right.
That square is
Just
much
put
too
a little
small.
dot like right.
We'll make it pink. Behold. Is this good?
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right, and there you go.
And then that is her action, and
See,
then he will move there.
she is both a he and a she at the same time. Roll acrobatics.
When you get to their backstory, there's a lot of. Have you seen that skit with Venom where it's like we are
Yeah.
literally 2 dudes, something like that?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Somebody gets the smell of acid on their shoes.
Smells like citrus punch.
Delicious. Josef, you could really go for some lemonade right now.
Alright. And then say
Can Josef actually smell the citrus on their
perception?
on their shoes?
Throws an individual smell check. Okay.
This is the one I do well on.
So Josef, unless
Okay.
you have something like prestidigitation, both Brock and Stella are going to have to lose the shoes.
Yeah, that's what I'll tell them. I'll smell your shoes. And then I am going to Long Strider.
Somebody rolled the D100 success.
And gain an additional 10-foot enhancement.
Initial advancement. You're moving.
And make my
See.
way towards the door.
Oh, also, Josef, you're cleric, right? Or the equivalent?
Yes, Messiah.
I don't know where it is on your sheet, but the weirdest difference between arcane casters and like essentially druid in this type, you don't have spell failure chances divine caster.
Okay,
It's
so this is
weird.
So it's like the spells in the 5e sheet and roll 20. That's just there no matter what.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I didn't really fail
Okay.
all those spells.
All right, so we don't have to worry
No.
about it. Which means Brock, I owe
Cool.
you a +1 to your roll.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have guidance on you then. you have +1 to your next roll in anything.
All right. And there he is. He's on the move. Shadow Demon, knowing the smell of citrus. How far can you move? Oh. Well, I guess he's constantly flying, even though this is a cave and he can't really spread his wings. He just does. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 40 right there. Somebody sees a ghost. Somebody sees a dancing light. Somebody's excited. All right. Sangudo, your move. You're feeling that person's coming closer.
Yep. Okay.
Running over there. Gotcha. And that's it. All right.
Yep.
Barbach, your move. Who would like to get eaten by a shadow demon? Ryan, I believe you're muted.
God damn it. Would he be able to tell whether or not if he puts his shoes in his backpack that
Given
would
how
produce
pungent
the
that
smell?
acid is, you're going to have to ditch the shoes. You can always come back for them.
Fuck. He kicks off his shoes and
You got
he doesn't like it. Is there dashing in this or no?
Yes.
all right. So yes.
called run.
Sangudo and Brock, if you wanted to dash, you may dash.
Okay then.
So that would put you at 1, 2, 3, 4. Moving you down here, Sangudo. This is the cave exit.
Okay. So I could have also dashed the previous round, so I should get another 30
Yeah,
feet.
you have
I'm
10
thinking.
more feet after all that movement.
Okay. Which direction is the demon? He's
Yeah,
north of me,
He
right?
came in through an entrance that must be in this rock.
Okay. What the hell, I'm just gonna boot it over
Right.
this way.
See, Dompire's on the move. See, Dompire, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, going to attack the Shadow Demon. Right, stab, that hits him. That is not a magical weapon. So he is damage resistant to that. So he will only take a measly 3 damage. Alright, Telah, your move.
All right. Telah. This thing continues to have the lights be a distraction as she'll have the lights then move kind of back down this
Right.
corridor. Because literally it's just giving the direction
Yes.
to go back and forth. And then this one, just in case. That comes later. Talah's just going to use her actions to move out of the cave. To run.
Yeah.
So that pops
So
them
Ryan,
out.
move your token down here.
Yep. And then on this thing's turn, gonna run up here.
See, what you're running on isn't sand, it's just dirt around this area. Just very arid. You are still wearing the shoes.
Oh. Is that an action to discard them,
Yeah.
or?
Well, given that we allowed Brock to dash, you can just take those off.
Yeah, I'll say they're like sandals or something. He just slips out of them.
Alright. So, on the move, Josef Roland, your move.
I'm on the other screen, but I would make how many feet is it to
10
the
feet
door?
at the moment.
All right, yeah, I would move my 40 feet, like 10 feet to the door,
Right
and then
here.
probably the remainder save. And as I was passing Telah, I would probably just tap a little touch on his shoulder and give him guidance.
And somebody has been
Alrighty.
guided. Right?
Oh wait, can I do that? Sorry, I don't know if
Pull
I
up the
can do
spell.
that.
Pull up the spell.
Is that? Oh no, it's not. I thought it was concentration. No, it's not concentration. It's good.
It's even better in this game.
It is.
This is a small reward, but multiple people.
I'll post it just so you see.
Yep.
Oh, it is concentration.
Right,
Okay, never mind.
Well, fuck you,
Sorry,
Brock. You
Telah.
lose your guidance. All right. Shadow Demon's on the move. See, moving over here, going to kill this stomp here. If I bomb this roll, 2 claws and a bite. Well, that's okay. It's not dead yet. It's got 1 hit point remaining. All right, Sangudo, your move. Yeah,
That was a crit fail, and it was a
crit fail.
12.
Yeah, Shadow Demons are...
Yep.
They're tricky.
Sangudo, your move.
Looks like people are looking at running south. Is there a movement penalty for going over this ridge?
Currently, no.
So that's 6, and I can dash. That'll take me off the screen.
All right. Sangudo has escaped. See, pull a little ninja mask over you. Right? Brad Bach, your move.
I am going to exit.
Leaving
That's what.
behind his
10.
favorite pair of Timberlands.
And I guess he's gonna follow the others. That's what.
As you move, you're on the move. There you go. Dump here. As we're going to learn, the demons do not like each other. Making the attack. Did that. No. No, it didn't hit. Telah, your move.
Alrighty. Seeing everyone escape in this direction, we'll just run to there. Literally at the very edge.
And Josef Olin, your move.
I will use my 80 feet of movement speed to be off this board.
As you zoom on out of there, and effectively that ends combat. Well, we know what's going to happen with that Revenant. It's going to die. I keep calling it a Revenant. I gave away what these creatures were originally going to be before I changed my mind. Alright, and we can hide the bottom of the screen again. So, a few things happen while you guys have escaped. Some bitch with the zoom in. Get this hidden. Alright. Back up here. The Shadow Demon, after killing this Revenant, there's not a single bit of it to eat, not even the bones worth eating. Going to climb over We can safely assume that it kills this ghost.
Yeah, it just needs to deal 6 hit, damage to it. Plus, the ghost goes away after a minute.
So, after that ghost, the Shadow Demon walks around, sniffs around, goes over to where the smell of the acid is, walks over, sees where the acid smell is. Dancing Lights is gone by this point. Continues to walk over, sees a pair of shoes left behind. It picks it up, holding it, tying the laces together and holding up the laces with its finger. And then continues to walk this way, going around the bend before finding a pair of sandals that have been discarded at the mouth of this cave. It picks up both, and it slowly slides both of them into its body. It now knows that
Hopefully,
it now knows that Brad
Ball.
Bach and it now knows that Telah are on this island. You've got a nemesis after you. And the two of you continue to run until we end up in this gorge. Place your tokens here. Up here, like where Brock just put himself. See, Brock and Telah, this is incredibly uncomfortable to run on.
I still cannot move my token for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there it is. Okay, just kidding. Got it.
All right, it is now midnight.
Since we're still kind of on the run and it's getting dark, I guess I would probably move forward and search the surrounding area for any caves or any places that we could possibly make camp.
As you're looking around this area, roll perception.
Perception. Sorry, getting used to this sheet is pain. There it is.
Then roll escape artist on top of that. I think with like our vampire experience, you're beginning to figure out which rolls we're going to have you make the most. So, Joseph, Joseph. It looks like we don't see any cave openings, but you start thinking. Let's turn our attention from worm's eye view to bird's eye view. As you look up, perhaps a little bit of boulder climbing could work. You look at this, and unless a demon is flying, where granted that thing was chasing you, you don't think it could fly, you could climb up there and be relatively safe.
I'll kind of just point that out and say, let's try to ascend the sides. Perhaps we'll lose them that way.
Telah will nod her head.
Woland does have a rope and I believe a grappling hook. Yes, he does.
All right. Both, now that your adrenaline has faded away, Telah and Brock, roll fortitude. Did Ryan just... fortitude save. Yeah.
What? Oh, wait. Let me delete that from the description because Telah does not have that.
So, you both look at your feet. Thankfully, from your history of running on rocks, you both have calloused feet. Neither of you bled on the ride over here.
Yeah.
That is actually really good for...
And Josef, around this time, you do look at your shirt. The chest of your shirt is stained with blood, but none of it stepped onto the ground.
Good. Yes, I suggest we climb these ledges and hope for the best. It'll be better than being stuck on the ground where they could easily find us. I'll try to toss my grappling hook up and get it stuck on something.
All right. See, let's make an attack roll for this.
So good. I've been doing so well.
That is actually how it technically works for grappling hook. You
It
attack
is
the
actually.
earth.
It does. It does. And I believe it has a hit point, right?
I don't
It says
know.
it says on the grapple. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you. Here. It says throwing the grappling hook requires a ranged attack roll, treating the hook as a thrown weapon with a range increment of 10 feet. Objects with ample places to catch the hook are AC 5.
Let's throw the hook. Make a ranged attack. As you make the ranged attack, you end up letting go and throw the hook onto the ledge without the rope.
Damn it.
So, seeing this, uses mage hand to take
Okay.
that thing down.
We may now repeat the roll.
Hey, you seem like the type that might be a bit better at this sort of thing. And he's gonna hand the grappling hook to Sangudo.
Sangudo, a grappling hook is yours.
I always like acquiring items.
You might not get that grappling hook back, Josef.
Yeah, I think I picked the wrong person to hand it to, but he doesn't know that yet.
So, Sangudo, make a ranged attack roll.
That would be the same as my light crossbow,
Yes.
I'm assuming.
All right. Well, good enough. We get it hooked on.
Okay, good stuff.
A depth perception could be a little bit better, missing that eye and all.
Oh, that's I can flip that up
Yep.
and see just
He was
fine.
faking it.
Let's try to climb.
I believe there is an advantage toggle on your sheets.
There is. I'm not sure where it is.
What are we looking
Advantage.
for?
An advantage toggle.
No, there's not. Advantage in there's no advantage in Pathfinder. Technically, you have to or if you want to do it like that, you gotta hit the button twice. Or the other way that I've seen it adapted is you get a plus
Well, we'll
5
just-
gear roll, which is
We'll
the
just do a
average.
+5 then.
Yeah.
All right, athletics +5. And not
Okay.
a single one of you is a strength build. All right. So,
Nope.
Josef, as you're looking at this, we're thinking, like, what?
That's not. But plus, that's the add the 5 to
add a
that.
5. So as you're trying to climb this, you're trying to figure out where to put your footing on this. As you're looking at this, you're just seeing a solid surface. You don't see where you can grab on or climb.
This isn't working.
See, Sangudo, well, you start
Who?
climbing, then immediately you fall on top of Josef.
I swear.
Swear snoth. Well, I think if we have a half orc, we should be able to do this. All right, well, Telah once again
There we go.
showing up everybody.
Why am I rolling so good?
All right, so Telah, you are able to get up on that rock cliff.
Yeah, Telah going up there, despite his small size, will try to aid Josef Segundo and
Yeah.
Brock.
Yeah.
Brad, sorry.
Brad Bach named himself for his favorite Chinese dish.
Rock and roll.
All right. So we're going to add a +10 to your roll if you want to repeat the climb.
Thanks.
All right. All right.
Let's try it again.
Sangudo, we are now up on this rock.
Yay.
Josef, we finally managed.
Poorly, but sure.
And Brock looks up and says, "What about me?" And if he is speaking, his microphone is muted.
God damn it.
Stop doing that.
Yes. I can't help it. I've got stuff that I don't want coming over the microphone. Sorry. So he'll grab onto the rope and he'll be like, "Okay, I guess I'm last. Let's get up here." And I'm guessing it's
a
a climb
climb.
check.
We live in a world where not everything is connected to one athletics role anymore.
Yeah.
Because they broke strength as a stat in 5e. And now we're here. We're up on this cliff. The four of you feel simultaneously protected and exposed. So, if a closet's looking for us, it won't be able to find us, but it's a rock is in the area. Well, it's going to see us from a mile away.
It's also
Yes.
nighttime, right? So it's absolutely dark.
Sangudo, something's in your inventory.
Oh, what is
A
it?
rough estimate of the local region. You have an idea of where you are.
Okay.
So, looking at where you are, say, I need to remember my measurement space. I have this up as miles. You have a rough map estimate. Wait, this pink. 50 miles. No, that's too much. Making it 30. There we go.
Okay. So is that the map that
Yes.
we're looking at now?
So,
and whereabouts are we?
you are in the middle of the basin. This used to be a rock bluff that was in a lake. You're currently sitting in a lake. Before this invasion, this entire area was underwater. So where you are at the moment,
Okay.
you know there's rocks to the east, rocks to the west, rocks to the south, along with a few graves, a few unmarked graves from wars. But more importantly, there's a landmark. To the southeast, there is a prison. That is a sturdy rock structure. If you're looking for shelter, that might be a good spot, though chances are that a powerful demon might have made that their base.
Okay.
So that's our current knowledge of the region, at the very least. Taking you back over to Salty Desert. And here we are on this rock.
So guys, do we want to head for the prison just because it's a thing to go see?
Is there one nearby?
Yeah, Brad, this is the first time you've heard about this. And in terms of nearby, if you consider a 20-mile hike to be nearby, yes, it is.
Hmm. maybe.
That's
wait
about a
for
day's
daylight.
travel.
Roughly, yes.
I think we should get to a place where we can not be out in the open
So-
dark.
Doing a little bit of math, 1 mile of travel is going to be 20 minutes. So 20 times 20. Divide that by
400.
60. That is going to take 6 hours to travel over there.
So we'll make it there by morning.
Of course, if you want to travel at night.
You might just want to hide out here if we can make this more hidden.
I think if
Yeah,
we
we
maybe
can,
start, we could find
Yeah.
somewhere suitable.
we can camouflage our little ledge here. We should stay put.
See, speaking of camouflage, maybe like to roll survival.
Does
Shaun, you were asking something?
I'm apparently trained in that.
I was gonna say, does anyone have like a tarp or something that we could maybe use for shelter? A tent.
See, a tarp.
Anything.
Well, Sangudo, you know that there is a tip they can do. Start covering yourself in salt and rocks, and then try making a small blanket out of that. Josef, yeah, you know the tarp skill, but it's kind of risky. Partially burying yourself in sand is also a good defense mechanism in hiding in a dusty environment like this. As for what you have on you at the moment that could be of some assistance, because you rolled over 20, me giving you a little bit of DM guidance. So you look at this. Would you like to channel some negative energy?
What would
Nothing
that
in this
do
situation.
exactly?
Uh,
Yeah, it would not.
So looking at what you've got, you get everything in here. Okay, your pieces of paper, your vial, your healer's kit. So first of all, take off the scale mail. And second, intentionally get your clothes stained with dirt and sand. Yeah.
Okay.
And then that will give you some camouflage.
All right. I will do that, and I will also suggest everyone else do the same.
Yeah, the white cloak Telah wears. Roll it around in the dirt and all that.
The trick is make sure that you can't be seen from the sky.
And given that we have 3 people in this party that are white, use your hair to cover your neck, so the less of your skin they see, the better. So if you got a hair tie, immediately get rid of it. But besides that, fingers crossed that nothing finds you.
Yes,
All right.
indeed.
Yeah.
Well, does anyone feel bold enough to sleep?
Sangudo is old.
Sangudo is bold, Sangudo can snooze.
I was going to suggest maybe shift.
Shift, he says.
Yeah, after you say that, Telah will say, we can get the time right before morning.
I'll try to at least stay up all night and then sleep during the day.
Do half elves get the
Trance?
whole elvish? Yeah, is
Nope.
that a thing in this?
I got
No.
rid of that feature for a different one. I am a half elf in name only. This build is I literally did it to get spell-like abilities because Summoner has
Yeah.
nothing, and then the other one is a very stupid thing that if it comes in, she's
Yeah.
already dead.
Yeah, so no trance. No trance.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we would maybe shift in sleeping shifts. How many of us are there? Two and there's four of us, so 2 and 2.
Exactly.
I have some trouble sleeping anyway, so I'll take the first watch.
I'll join him.
All right.
Yeah. I'll take the last.
All right, taking the last. And Sangudo is going to reap the benefits of a full night's sleep. Absolutely brilliant. All right. Somebody has insomnia. Would that or insomniac like to roll a will save?
Or another save from your tank.
And somebody managed to get some sleep in. You do wake up on as you're trying to sleep, but you are able to go back to sleep after waking up.
That sounds about right.
All right. And for our chapter end, upon waking up, happy 8 o'clock in the morning, everybody. Everybody's up. You see the sun is now in the sky. Hopefully, you being in a desert, there's no clouds to obscure any vision. Hot as hell. Once upon a time, there's a magical place where it never rained, and this is it. And as you're looking around, you notice that there's something bizarre. To the southeast, there is a plume of smoke, a pillar of smoke. What could this be? We don't know.
Do we investigate or do we run from it?
Hmm.
I find that any black smoke is a reason to run. Nothing good comes from black smoke.
How far away is the smoke?
How far away is it? 5 miles.
5 miles. We already have kind of a high vantage point.
So if you guys want to roll perception, that's the last roll of the night.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, Telah's gonna use this ability during one of the hours before she when she was on watch not cast, but use my first level feat.
All right, first level feat, spirit ridden. At the end of how you inhabit your body. Okay, with your sight beyond sight. Telah.
Oh no, this just gives me a plus grants you ranks equal to my character level, so it's just a +1 to my
Somebody's getting
perception.
guidance.
But and
Yeah.
guidance, so
12, wonderful.
12.
All this build up for nothing.
Yeah. A whopping
Or
12.
at least Brad Bot can tell what's going on. So good able to make a roll. Oh,
Oh, shall we roll
Yes.
perception as well?
Bracken and Sangudo, from what you can see from this distance. Dwarves. Dwarvish armor. Seems the dwarves sent an army over here. And more than likely, they are getting their asses killed.
Ooh,
So, we'll leave it there. And that's where we're in for tonight.
All right.
Alrighty then.
Dope.
Fun first session. I gotta head out because I have a corgi like angry barking at me. So, see y'all next week for Werewolf. Bye.
And see you then.
Yep.
Later.
So there it is. All right, we can stop the audio recording now. Let's see. Ah, shit. Okay. Oh, no. Don't tell me I don't know how to turn this off.